My name is Beau, Wallaby.
And I'm Hazel, Monroe.
And welcome to the Bazel Project.
Cocktails and conversations.
Closer.
Yeah, let's do it. So, we're here today to give you a few tips about Valentine's Day. We know it's coming right around the corner.
It's right around the corner, Hazel. Can you believe it?
No, it's creeping up on me.
And it's a global explosion of love.
I know.
Everywhere.
It's not just
people
in the States.
just doing it in the streets. They're everywhere. They're hanging off trees. They're just everything is about St. Valentine's Day. Hot. Dripping.
With passion.
Sensuality.
Right.
Valentine's Day. So we're going to discuss some tips. We've researched them.
Personal experience.
Mostly about us.
Yeah.
But we're going to share them with you so you can maximize your Valentine's Day.
Yeah, reap the benefits of it. Let's
Hazel,
go.
what's your first tip?
My first tip is to make sure that your family and friends really understand and grasp the concept that you are the most important thing that will ever happen to them in their life. So they should be making you a priority on this Valentine's Day.
Right, because you know what? It's all about the love that we have for ourselves. Because I love you, you love me,
of course.
But we love each other.
Yeah.
And if you can't love yourself, how are we going to love anyone else? And you know what? If your family doesn't give you the love you deserve,
get rid of them.
Get rid of them. Thank you very much.
You don't need them.
Okay.
What's your tip, Beau?
Well, my tip number two.
Tip number two
is some do's and don'ts for Valentine's Day.
Good. Let's do it.
First of all, as you can see, don't wear red.
Don't wear red.
It's so passé. Instead, I think it's always fun to show up at the door and surprise your lover with these hot little things on your head.
Sure, they're red, but who cares when you got these on your head?
Who wouldn't want to sleep with this banging at you like that?
No,
okay? Just think about it, okay? Okay, so my next tip is...
Well, my next tip...
some more do's and don'ts.
Oh, we got to finish that. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Always give candy.
Of course.
And you know what? Even sneak a piece or two,
right.
And just say, you didn't realize that someone had taken some.
Yeah, because they don't need it.
Right.
They don't need all of it.
One of the things you want to avoid is you want to make sure that your lover is not... doesn't have diabetes, because that would be a big faux pas.
Right. I always go for the fact that, I thought that you were allergic to caramel, because I ate them all. So anytime I see one that has caramel... Oh, look at that! Already half gone, see? We really take our advice to the...
Have a candy. Okay. And then, tip number 3.
I'll put this over
Another do. If you're going to give a card, which is always so important, if you can't get a card with a picture of yourself, go for the puppy card, because that just melts people's hearts.
Works every time.
Yeah.
That's just a way to get right into my pants right there.
Puppy pants, yes. What's your next tip, Hazel?
My next tip, don't be afraid to be shallow. Like, Valentine's Day is about you and getting the most out of it, like we said before. So, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to be shallow, I don't want to be materialistic, but this is your holiday, celebrating your love, the people that love you, Just like Halloween's an excuse to dress up and be slutty, Valentine's Day is just another excuse to be shallow. Let's just do it.
And if sometimes the best Valentine is just being your own Valentine. Right.
You can't forget that.
And sometimes just staying home and putting a big mirror up.
Eating more
eating chocolate and staring at yourself. Because,
like that one.
That's a true reflection of how beautiful you are, because we are so beautiful. What is your...
No, it's your turn
That was
now.
my turn, yes. Okay, this is a very important one. Now I'm going to listen up closely, okay?
This is really important.
Really, really important. One of the things we want to do is we want to keep the VD out of Valentine's Day. And what I mean by that is there's nothing worse than getting an STD on Valentine's Day.
From personal experience, we know.
And one of the ways to avoid that is carrying some Trojans Fire and Ice. Yes, Trojans Fire and Ice for added pleasure. And
ultra ribbed and ultra thin.
That's right.
So thin they could potentially break, but hey, you're mildly being safe.
Because nothing puts a damper than a bun in the oven on Valentine's Day. Anyways, and what's your next tip there, Hazel?
You know what? My next tip is going off of this idea of STDs and catching them, if you will.
Yes.
Dating and mating is a huge part of Valentine's Day.
Because the kind of Valentine's Day kicks off the mating season.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, dating is so important, and a lot of you might be thinking, well, you know what, I have a date scheduled on Valentine's Day. A blind date. Oh God, don't even get me started on that one.
Because what do you do, Hazel? Sometimes your date literally is blind.
I've had many actually. It's quite an epidemic. I think I attract blind people, and they're like, oh, let's go on a blind date, and I think they mean that's the hint to tell me that they're blind, and I never get it.
That's right, because you could be tripping over things. You got to make sure there's a lift available, and there's so many different things. But just make sure that the blind date actually has eyes and can see, because they want to see how beautiful you are.
There's nothing that obviously is the number one point, but if you're having a bad time, like at that point, you're responsible. You're responsible for them. Like you're gonna have to walk them home, because. And I never want to do it.
Tick, 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 yes.
Tick, tick, bye.
Well, Hazel, any other tips for our fans out there?
I think we've gotten pretty much all of them down.
Well, do you know what time it is?
David, I think I lost track of time. We've been having so much fun.
Well, I think it's 4:59 somewhere.
Oh my God, you're right. I totally forgot.
And you know what? It's time to shake up a Valentine's Day cocktail.
Oh, yes.
So, what do you say we head to the bar? Oh, Hazel.
Oh my God, I can't believe we just transported.
That was such an amazing...
miles.
150 miles. Kilometers, back in Australia. So we're going to make a really quick cocktail for you for Valentine's Day. It's called Cupid's Delight, otherwise known as It Ain't Your Mama's Crack.
We have some cocaine here.
No, we don't. Do not sniff that, okay?
Until later.
Until later, when we really party down. First of all, Hazel, I have a hot on.
Oh my God, you're so crazy.
I know. Okay, let's get busy with this drink. First of all, we have our shaker with these two nasty little bitches on it right here. And we're going to add some ice. Don't mind my hands. I've been tested for all venereal diseases. And we're going to start with some lovely vodka. I love the Stoli Raz.
Yes.
The Stoli Raz is just amazing. We're going to put an ounce and a half. Everything. I just like sometimes bathe in it. We're going to put an ounce and a half in there. And then we're going to add... Because this is going to be a real chocolatey cocktail, we're going to put in some Bazel chocolate liqueur. And this is from, I know, you might want to throw some chocolate in there. This is from Italy, and it's going to be amazing. It's very rich and thick chocolate. We're going to put about an ounce of that in there. And then we're going to add a little nuttiness, because who doesn't? You just love those candies.
I love nuts.
Who doesn't love a nice pair of nuts?
This has
Anyways,
nuts in it.
We're going to add some Frangelico, which is a lovely hazelnut liqueur. Okay, actually, this looks a little bit like Mrs. Butterworth, So we're going to add about a half an ounce of that. And then we're going to lastly add about an ounce of light cream. Okay, doesn't that look delicious, Hazel?
Oh my God.
And now we're just going to give it a shake, 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 shake.
I wrote you at home.
You did to me.
Roses are red. David is blue. STDs suck. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Oh, I love that. Keeping in theme of our project here. Now we have our lovely martini glass, and we have our shaker, and we're just going to strain this right. Look at that. Shake, shake, shake. Look at that. We're going to strain it right into our glass. Okay. And now...
And here comes the cocaine, ladies.
Here comes the cocaine. This is what makes it ain't your mama's crack. We're going to take a nice... This is some nice white chocolate, and we're going to just... do a nice line of it right down the middle.
You've got to get this ready.
And get your straws ready, folks, because this is going to be where we snort it. Anyways, folks, it's been fun celebrating Valentine's Day with you. Beau, Wallaby.
Hazel, Monroe.
For the Bazel Project. Happy Valentine's Day.
Woo.
See you next week when we talk about the Oscars.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.